Hello guys, it's Rausa Maravi. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're very welcome. So I just got into DC a few minutes ago from Tampa, Florida, and I'll be attending the 2019 Citizens Climate Conference being organized by the Citizens Climate Lobby. The Citizens Climate Lobby is a non-profit and people-driven organization that empowers everyday people to work together on climate solutions. In this conference, we'll be learning about climate policies, and there will also be trainings for climate advocacy. I'll be taking you guys with me on this 4 days conference and sharing with you all my knowledge again. So if you're excited to see how this conference goes, please keep on watching.
Background is in chemical engineering. I'm now retired from that career, working in energy research.
Hello guys, so I want to explain the Energy Innovation and Carbon Dividend Act. In order to understand the act, you need to understand first the reason for carbon pricing. So like say for example there's a factory that burns like 1,000 gallon of diesel or gasoline every day to run their machines for manufacturing a product. This pollution, like burning from the burning of diesel or gasoline, carbon emissions are released into the atmosphere, and even carbon soot, carbon dioxide. But this pollution is free, and so they can afford to emit as much carbon pollution as they want to without paying for it. But the truth is that everyone in that society gets to pay for it, because from carbon suits and all, the inhabitants in that environment can get respiratory diseases like asthma. In the bigger picture, the entire planet gets to suffer as it contributes to the greenhouse gases that accelerate global warming. So in order for companies and individuals to immediately see the cost of their actions, carbon pricing comes into place. So if you can price the pollution, then whoever is consuming that product is very much aware of all of its costs. So that's why carbon pricing is like an important solution, because if you can increase the cost of pollution, then maybe lesser people will stop using such polluting products. But it's one thing to talk about carbon pricing, and is another to be able to impute it into the government system for it to work. And so that's where the Energy Innovation and Carbon Dividend Act comes in. It's a complete policy that states how carbon fee can actually be embedded in the American system to reduce the emissions in the nation. So those are the 4 steps that this Energy Innovation and Carbon Dividend Act would work if actually passed in Congress. So I'm going to be leaving a link down in the description box in case you want to know more about this act. I'll leave a link to the Citizens Climate Lobby website where this act is explained properly. Hello guys, it's day 2 of the conference. I'm really late. I want to call my Uber and immediately get to the hotel for the conference. I'm staying in an Airbnb. Yeah, that's what I can afford. So yeah, bye. Let me call my Uber so I could go. Here's the area. This is my first time in DC. I look forward to going to the White House. Bye. Hey guys, I made it, and I'm about to go to the Activating Youth and Higher Education workshop. So I just finished the Activating Youth and Higher Education workshop. actually was just a presentation for the higher education um, platform in Citizens Climate Lobby, which I'm already a part of, because that's connected to CCL. I'm a campus leader at the University of South Florida, and so it was a presentation for youth to know how to connect youth in the climate movement. So basically, it's reaching out to youth. You can do it as a volunteer, as a campus leader, like I do, like raise awareness about the work of Citizens Climate Lobby on campus, which is basically building political will for climate solutions. So the next workshop I'll be going for is titled How to Talk to Progressive about the Energy Innovation and Carbon Dividend Act, and also the Green New Deal. I don't really know what the Green New Deal entails, and so I'm excited to go for this workshop to actually get to learn what it is about, and I'll tell you guys what it's about after the workshop.
And I firmly believe that we should not have a conversation unless we can find a point to agree on. If you cannot find something, some value that somebody has, that you genuinely and truly appreciate, you should not be having that conversation. There is someone else who will have it. It is not you.
So in the Green New Deal Explained workshop, there was a panel with two guests, one from the Sunrise Movement and the other from the New Consensus Group. These are the two groups mainly working on the Green New Deal and pushing it in the media and in the public. So they basically just said, like, highlighted the things they were doing, and like we saw yesterday, all what the Green New Deal states that it wants to achieve is actually very good for the environment, and not just for the environment, because it's not just looking at the climate crisis, but it's also looking at economic inequality. But personally, and even from the view of some volunteers in CCL, the bill is wonderful, but it's really wide, and it doesn't really state how all of those goals would be achieved. So in this workshop, a question was asked to the guest whether the Green New Deal would be one bill or multiple bills, and the response was that they don't know yet. They have not gotten to that stage, and which is okay. Promoting the Green New Deal has increased the talk on the climate crisis. So people that were not talking about it like a few months ago have started talking about it, because the Green New Deal has brought a lot of awareness to the issue. They were also asked what their opinion was on carbon pricing, and the lady from the Sunrise Movement stated that she sees it as a wonderful solution, and rather than it being Green New Deal or a carbon price, it should be looked at as like the Green New Deal and the carbon price. So yeah, that was all from that workshop. It was basically just asking them questions about their work on the Green New Deal. Hello guys, I'm at the Lincoln Memorial now, and that's the monument behind me, and this is the memorial here. So From the workshop titled The Effect of Carbon Pricing on the Energy Portfolio, what I got out of it was that predictability spurs innovation and investment. So if there's a predictable increase in cost, like energy cost, then investment will be poured into energy efficient technologies, energy recovery technologies like waste to energy, prevention of energy losses like insulation, alternative energy sources like solar, wind, carbon sequestration. And so the carbon fee actually gives a predictable increase in the energy cost, especially the way the EICDA is structured. As the Energy Innovation and Carbon Dividend Act states that in the first year, a cost of $15 per metric ton is put on emissions, and in consecutive years, $10 is added. So with this, it brings a predictable increase in energy cost and therefore spurs investment and innovations, which at the end of the day has a positive consequence on the energy portfolio. So guys, I'm going to go back to touring this. Hey guys, so I quickly want to tell you guys the takeout I got from the workshop on the relationship between the Energy Innovation and Carbon Dividend Acts and the oil and gas industry. So what I got out was the fact that the oil and gas industry needs incentive to actually reduce their carbon emission, because like every other business, if profit is not being made, then it's not a good decision to make. So a carbon fee actually serves as an incentive for oil and gas industries to reduce their carbon emission, because there'll come a time where the increased energy cost due to carbon fee would make it more economically feasible for this industry to actually invest in carbon storage. In the act, there's a point that says industries that, or companies that capture carbon from the atmosphere actually gets reimbursed the fee that they paid. So they can actually capture all the amount of carbon being released by the industry, and it will be balanced out, or they can even create like extra capacity and get paid for that. So that also serves as a source of income. So yeah, with carbon fee, it can actually drive investment and innovation into the carbon storage technology, which is very needed to actually reduce the carbon emissions already in the atmosphere. And the oil and gas industry is very important in this role, because they're the only ones that have the technical know-how to actually innovate this technology or scale it up, because it's basically like a reversal process. They already know how to drill the oil from the ground and burn it and release the emissions. So now the carbon storage is all about capturing these emissions already in the atmosphere and then storing it permanently in the ground. So today is day 4 of the climate conference, which is the last day, and this is the day where most of the participants will be lobbying, like going to meet their congressmen and asking for their support of the Energy Innovation and Carbon Dividend Act. And also right now there is an event going on. It's called the Hometown event, where participants who are not lobbying have the chance to come up on stage to tell their story of how they got involved in climate action. And I think I'll get to interview some participants about their experience of the conference as a whole, and if I can get some people after lobbying, then we get to hear how the lobbying conference experience was. So this is David Michael, the Africa Regional Coordinator for Citizens Climate Lobby. And so I want him to tell us about his experience at the 10th Annual International Climate Conference that held in Washington, D.C. So how was the conference? How did it go?
Well, it's a rare privilege for me to be here with over 1,000 people who care about one problem. And what I find very interesting from the experience of different participants is the resistance and the never give up spirit. And whenever I'm on the hill to lobby, what I find so interesting is that it is quite easy to walk into any Senate or Congress member, unlike most countries in Africa where you cannot even enter the building through the gate, but it's quite open for anybody to walk in and discuss what concerns him. So, but more interestingly for me is the CCL strategy of lobbying politicians and policymakers. Back home in Africa is like us versus them kind of approach. But here it's quite different. You build relationship with them, respectful relationship with them, and through that you get your policies passed. You're able to influence policy and get decisions passed. So it's a big takeaway for me that I can spread this message back home in Africa. People should not just see government as an enemy. You should see them, they are human beings first of all, they are our parents, so we need to build relationships with them so that we can get what we want done.
Thank you very much, David Michael. It was nice speaking to you.
You're most welcome.
Hi, my name's Sabrina. I'm one of the students on the travel ships, and I'm from Southern California, and I really loved it, the conference, wrapping everything up. It really showed me a lot about how youth can get involved and change the community around them.
So how did the lobbying go today?
It went really well. We had some positives and we had some negatives. We're mainly lobbying like Republicans, so it was kind of difficult to get the point across to them, but for the most part they were pretty receptive.
Okay, but did anyone support, like, say they were going to like support the...
No, they said that they were going to be looking into it.
Oh,
so.
okay, that's good enough, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, thank you for telling us how it went. Bye. Yeah, it was really nice doing this vlog. I hope I was able to pass like the knowledge across, like, because before I knew about carbon pricing and all, but I really didn't understand the act. It's not like I'm not like a guru in all of the sections of the act right now, but I understand the basic concept. Do you think carbon pricing is a proper climate action? Do you think it should be adopted? What are your thoughts? And please, I would really like to know your thoughts, so please leave it in the comments below. And please, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to grow this channel. Like if you like this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.